please remain standing for prayer led by Ms. Jane Jerry, our culinary arts specialist.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day and for bringing us together to celebrate success, dedication, and hard work. We give you praise for the talents, skills, and determination you have placed within each person here today. As we gather to honor those who have excelled, may we also remember that every good gift comes from you. Bless the awardees for their perseverance and commitment. May this recognition inspire them to continue striving for excellence and to use their gifts to serve others. We thank you for our teachers, mentors, parents, and friends who have guided and supported us along the way. Grant that this ceremony will not only celebrate achievements, but also encourage unity, humility, and gratitude in our hearts. In Jesus' name, amen.
You may be seated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our MC for this evening, Mr. Dwayne Burbick.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good afternoon. No, man, I think we can do a little better than that. Good afternoon. And welcome to the 2025 JCDC Marcus Garvey Awards for Excellence in the Performing Arts, right here at our beloved Little Theatre, a symbol of performing arts excellence. My name is Dwayne Burbick, of course, and today I will be your master of ceremonies as we celebrate talent, ambition, discipline, and that burning flame of excellence that Marcus Garvey himself spoke about. Now, the 2025 JCDC Marcus Garvey Awards for Excellence in the Performing Arts, it celebrates exceptional performers and educators in our performing arts competition. This event highlights that the reward for hard work is more opportunities, some bragging rights, and some beautiful trophies that we have lined up for you backstage. So even before we go any further in this afternoon's program, a big round of applause for all the students and teachers who participated in this year's competition. Now, the ceremony also institution that earns the most points in at least 3 performing arts disciplines. Now, since 1994, the JCDC has presented a trophy to recognize any school or group that achieves the highest level of success across the performing arts in the National Festival of the Arts competition. Named in honor of Jamaica's first national hero, say his name with me, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Right, the award is presented annually during this prestigious ceremony. And this year there are 5 nominees. The St. Jago High School, Green Island High School, Arden High School, Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society, and the St. Andrew High School for Girls. I hear you loud and clear. And for 30 years, this award recognized, as I said, the best of the best for our schools, our teachers, and our performers who have mastered multiple disciplines in the performing arts. And it is proof that in Jamaica, creativity is not just alive, but creativity continues to thrive. So we have quite a bit in store for you this afternoon, so sit back, enjoy, celebrate, applaud the people and when they get them award, please and thank you. And let's continue to make Jamaica shine on every stage with every opportunity we get. And as we go through the program this afternoon, let's also remember Garvey's words, that if you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. Now, to kick off this afternoon's event, please put your hands together and make welcome the Arden High School drummers, bringing us the heartbeat of Jamaica with traditional rhythms. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Sweet, Sweet Jamaica. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the Arden High School drummers. Thank you very much. And let me use this opportunity to acknowledge the Honorable Olivia Grange, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport. Senator Dr. the Honorable Dana Morris Dixon, Minister of Education, Youth, Skills and Information. Mr. Lanford Salmon, Executive Director of the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission. Let me also acknowledge the hard-working management and staff of JCDC, our sponsors, our principals, our teachers, and our students. Thank you so very much for your hard work this year, which culminates in this afternoon's awards. Please welcome at this time Mrs. Avery Crooks Campbell to share an overview of this year's competition and some of the main achievements throughout the year. Please make her welcome.
Honorable Minister Grange, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport. Honorable Minister Morris Dixon, Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information. Members of the JCDC Board, our Executive Director, Mr. Lenford Salmon. Other directors, Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Dwayne Burbick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good afternoon. We are here this afternoon at this very special ceremony to celebrate with our participants in the performing arts. These participants have achieved the highest honors in their respective fields. This is the ultimate level of achievement and awards, and this is given based on points attained at the parish and national levels of the competition. As you have heard mentioned earlier by our Master of Ceremonies, it was in 1994 that the JCDC instituted the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence in the Performing Arts in tribute to our national hero, who was an artist himself and a promoter of the arts. You will recognize that this is our 31st year. Nominees for this award must participate in at least 3 of the 5 performing arts competitions: dance, drama, music, speech, and traditional folk forms. They must also have advanced to the national finals in at least 1 of these areas. The nominee with the highest scores overall then receives the prestigious award. Ladies and gentlemen, this shows us that all our nominees have done exceptionally well, and I ask that once more you give them a round of applause. Institutions that have been recipients of the Marcus Garvey Award over the years are St. Jago High School, Clonmel Primary and Junior High, Excelsior Community College, Glenmuir High School, and our reigning awardees, Arden High School. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who will it be for 2025? We look forward to that announcement. I also want to mention that entries for the 2025-2026 season will open on October 21, 2025. And in preparation for this, we have our workshops ready and raring to go. We ask that all our teachers who plan to participate in the next season of competitions, please attend the workshops. In closing, let me say thank you for your commitment to the involvement in the arts. We know it is a lot of work, there are challenges, yet when you push through these challenges, you are able to come out being better rounded. We know the value of the arts. This can't be overemphasized. So teachers, principals, parents, adjudicators, performers, I want to say on behalf of the JCDC, we appreciate you. Continue to hold the performing arts banner high as we maintain this very important aspect of nation building in the blessed land of ours, Jamaica. Thank you.
Awakening. We are going to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Because whilst others might free the body, none but ourselves can free the mind.
Can give him a round of applause. A quote from the man himself, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, made popular by one Robert Nesta Marley. And as we continue to enjoy the performances and the great talent of our students throughout this year, at this time, please welcome Kendre Buchanan from Alpha Primary School. He'll be performing a male solo piece titled Journey. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for that performance by Kendre Buchanan from the Alpha Primary School. And with that performance, we kick off recognizing excellence in movement, rhythm, and expression with our Dance Awards. Now, the dance competition showcases the rich expressions in several genres, including creative folk, modern, contemporary, praise, popular, jazz, and dance drama. The competition affords choreographers, teachers, and performers the opportunity to showcase their talent while competing for medals and trophies. This competition is complemented with training workshops across the island for teachers, trainers, and performers with the aim of improving the technical skills of the entrants. Are you ready for our Dance Awards? We kick things off with the category of school and community, and may I invite on stage Mr. Patrick Earl, Dance Development Specialist at the JCDC, to assist in making the presentations. And the first award for Most Outstanding Teacher, Class 1, goes to Dwight Infant School. He's not here with us this afternoon, so we congratulate Mr. Mackey and we move to our next award. The award for the Most Outstanding Teacher in Class 2 goes to Renee Simmons of the St. Aloysius Primary School. We move to Class 3, and the Most Outstanding Teacher Award goes to Moya Dale of Liberty Learning Center in Tower Isle. In Class 4, the Most Outstanding Teacher Award goes to Yannick Berlin of Danzig True. Yannick, don't go too far, because guess what? You're the Most Outstanding Teacher in Class 5 as well. That's Yannick Berlin of Danzig True, Most Outstanding Teacher in Class 4 and also in Class 5. We move over to Class 6, and the Most Outstanding Teacher Award goes to Anthony Carson of St. Portmore Dance Theatre. And in Class 7, it's a Carson affair. It goes to Shelley and Carson of Jose Marti High School. Lady in Red and crowd favorite this afternoon, Shelley and Carson, Most Outstanding Teacher in Class 7. Stay with me, Mr. Earl, as we move over to the Studio Group category to present the Teacher Awards. We start with the Most Outstanding Teacher in Class 2. That goes to Charmaine Blake of Vaz Preparatory School. In Class 3, the Most Outstanding Teacher Award goes to Roberta Daly of Portmore Missionary Preparatory School. We move to Class 5 for the Most Outstanding Teacher Award, and that goes to Jennifer Morgan Garwood of the Tivoli Gardens Dance Troupe. Jennifer, lay down your burdens and come right back, because you're also the most outstanding teacher in Class 6. Jennifer Morgan Garwood of Tivoli Gardens Dance Troupe. Most outstanding teacher in both Class 5 and Class 6. Give her a big round of applause. And I know the girls from St. Cecilia Avenue. They're gonna scream for this one. The most outstanding teacher in Class 7, Yakeem Reed. Well, I got the school wrong. That's actually Arden High School. Sorry for disappointing you girls. But Yakeem Reed, Arden High School, most outstanding teacher in Class 7. Not here with us this afternoon, but that completes our studio group categories, and thank you very much, Mr. Patrick Earl. And we now move to our special awards, and to assist with these presentations, let's welcome Latoya Ackward Foster, Project Manager at the Chase Fund, to assist in making these set of presentations. And the special awards are named after some of our stalwarts that have represented Jamaica on numerous stages worldwide in this category of dance. Is Latoya with us this afternoon to make the presentation? And we will kick off this set of special awards with the category of school and community. And the Barry Moncrief Trophy for Most Outstanding Male Presentation is our first award. You've seen him already this afternoon. He's Kendra Buchanan of Alpha Primary School. Our photographers ensure they capture the moment just right. There we have it. Kendra Buchanan, Alpha Primary School, the Barry Moncrief Trophy for Most Outstanding Male Presentation. Our next award is the Patsy Ricketts Trophy for the Most Outstanding Female Presentation. Put your hands together and make welcome Imani Hannigan of Hannigan's Dance Troupe. Our next category is the studio group, and the Antoinette Steins Trophy for Most Outstanding Female Presentation is the award, and it goes to Monique Holding of the Tivoli Gardens Dance Troupe. Our next award is the Sheila Barnett Trophy for Excellence in the Senior School and Community Group. And that award this afternoon goes to the Portmore Dance Theatre. Our next award this afternoon, it's the Bert Rose Trophy for Excellence, presented to the Intermediate School and Community Group. That award this afternoon goes to the Jose Marti Dance Troupe. Our next award, the Barbara Record Trophy for Excellence, presented to the Junior School and Community Group. This one is going all the way to St. Mary, to the Liberty Training Center, Tower Isle. Our next award is a Rex Nettifer Trophy for Excellence to the Senior Studio Group. That award this afternoon goes to the Tivoli Gardens Dance Troupe. Two more awards in this category. The next, the Ivy Baxter Trophy for Excellence to the Intermediate Studio Group. That award goes to the Mount Alvernia High School. They're all smiles as they take this award right back to St. James. And our final award in this category, the Eddie Thomas Trophy for Excellence, and it goes to a junior studio group. And that junior studio group this afternoon is the Portmore Missionary Prep School. Thank you, Latoya, and a big round of applause once more, ladies and gentlemen, for all our dance category awardees for 2025. Now, we've been talking all afternoon about the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence, and we mentioned who some of the nominees are. So let's have a little profile as to who some of them really are. Let's meet nominee number 1 for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence, the San Diego High School.
And to the enduring pursuit of San Diego High School, nestled in the heart of Spanish Town, Jamaica, stands as a testament to the enduring pursuit of academic excellence and holistic student development. Established in 1744, it is one of the oldest educational institutions in the Caribbean, embodying a legacy of resilience and commitment to nurturing young minds. The school's motto, Labor, Omnia, Vincit, San Diego High School, nestled in the heart of Spanish Town, Jamaica, stands as a testament to the enduring pursuit of academic excellence and holistic student development. Established in 1744, it is one of the oldest educational institutions in the Caribbean, embodying a legacy of resilience and commitment to nurturing young minds. The school's motto, Labor, Omnia, Vincit, Latin for hard work conquers all, encapsulates the core values that have steered the institution to its present heights. The student body at St. Jago High School represents a diverse cross-section of Jamaican society, and the institution prides itself on providing an inclusive and equitable learning environment. Here, opportunities are offered to all, regardless of background, as St. Jago High School believes that education should be a force for equalization and empowerment.
The performing arts is a strong part of our legacy as a school. Speech, drama, dance, and music are infused in the school's curriculum and through extracurricular activities. These areas of the performing arts are an important part of school life and activities.
The institution's enduring commitment to excellence in this domain is exemplified by its remarkable feat of winning the Marcus Garvey Award an impressive 11 times. This remarkable achievement underscores the school's unwavering dedication to producing students who excel in various forms of performing arts, including dance, drama, speech, and music. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Performing Arts Champion Institution of the St. Jago High School.
The Port Antonio Theatre Group performing the traditional Dinky Mini.
Wilo, wilo.
that. So you know, I have a problem giving another round of applause to the Port Antonio Theatre Group performing the traditional Dinky Mini. And I know our next speaker loved that one. She was backstage grooving and enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we are about to welcome on stage the Honorable Olivia Babsy-Grange, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, and Minister Grange will be bringing us her remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please make her welcome.
Miss Lou would say, howdy? How you do? A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots. Who said those words? Very good. Marcus Garvey spoke a lot about the importance of education. And these words serve to emphasize the importance of continuous learning, mental emancipation, and using knowledge to build a civilization and improve one's race. Key themes include the importance of knowing one's history, using one's mind as a tool for freedom, and the idea that education is crucial for preparing for responsibilities and overcoming mental slavery. I'm happy to be here this afternoon. Are you? Yes. And I want to acknowledge Senator Dr. the Honorable Dana Morris Dixon, Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information. And I'm going to ask you to please give her a big round of applause. And you can clap me too. Mr. Lenford Salmon, Executive Director of the JCDC. Now this sounds like it's going to be a contest. And it takes cash to care. So I want you to applaud the sponsors. The adjudicators, your principals, your teachers, and yourself. Well, that was good. So, just before I get into my remarks, which will not be long, I just want to indicate that I just got some news, and I don't know if Jennifer Morgan is nearby. Is Jennifer nearby? She's outside. Well, we just got some news that Jennifer, who is I would say the principal director for the Tivoli Gardens cultural group, the Tivoli Gardens Dancers, and her sister Shirley Sewell, they're all a part of the Tivoli program, of which at one time I coordinated when Jennifer was so high and dancing, that their mom just passed. And I want to extend condolences and also to ask you all to keep them in your prayers. Now, it is such a joy to be here at the Garvey Awards for Excellence in the Performing Arts, where the brightest stars from the JCDC Festival of the Performing Arts shine their light on Jamaica and on the world. Today, we're not just celebrating performances, but we are celebrating perseverance, passion and purpose, the fire that keeps Jamaican creativity blazing from parish stage to national stage. Just a few weeks ago, the world watched our athletes blaze across the finish line in Tokyo, and I want you to clap them. And I think that's a thank you clap. Weren't you proud of Shelley and Fraser Price? Weren't you proud of Oblique Seville? Weren't you proud of all those athletes? So, once again, they cemented Jamaica's dominance in track and field. And in that moment, every Jamaican heart raced with pride, because we saw not just athletes, but a story of discipline, a story of resilience, and a story of national excellence and national pride. Today, that same fire burns right here in this theater. What our athletes do with their speed and strength, you, our performers, do with your voices, your movement, your rhythm, and your art. This, students, ladies and gentlemen, is Jamaica's Performing Arts Championship. And every one of you here have carried the baton of excellence for your country. So, today, this stage becomes your stadium, and all of you are a national team of the arts. This year has been a record-breaking year for the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission. At the close of entries for the Festival of the Performing Arts, the JCDC received over 10,000 submissions from across the island. And you should applaud them for that. That means that more than 30,000 performers, which included you, took to parish stages across speech, drama, dance, music, and traditional folk forms. That's not just a number. That's certainly a movement. So you're not just numbers. The festival movement, the Festival of Arts, the JCDC program is a movement. That's Jamaica moving in full creative stride, proving that our cultural heartbeat is stronger than ever. But you know us Jamaicans, we don't just break records, we set new ones. So here's my challenge to all of you. Let's make it 15,000 entries next year. You promise that? Can we make it 15,000 entries next year? We should be able to do that. Let's show the world that Jamaica's excellence doesn't only run fast, but it performs, it sings, it acts, it dances, and it creates. And yes, you heard it here first. I'm now announcing that entries for 2026, the 2026 Festival of the Performing Arts, are now officially open. So your entries, you can start sending in your entries next week. The JCDC's online platform, Awards Force, will begin accepting entries on Tuesday, October 21. So I'm calling on every school, every church, every community group, every performer, put in your entry. Who knows, maybe next year you will be standing right here receiving a Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence. The performing arts are not just entertainment. They are education, empowerment, and economic opportunity rolled into one. So many of our renowned Jamaicans, Delia Harris, Kevoy Burton, Owen Blacker Ellis. You know these people? Michael Nicholson and DeAndre Harrison, just to name a few. They began their journey on a JCDC stage. For them, that stage was the starting block, just as the track was for Oblique Seville, who sprinted his way to global glory this year. And I must tell you too that I'm a festival baby. I was as young as you were. At some time, I won't tell you how long ago, but I was a part of the festival movement, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. When we invest in the performing arts, we invest in Jamaica's future, because every child who learns to project their voice, to move with purpose, or tell a story is a building confidence, discipline, and national pride. It is fitting that these awards are named for the Right Excellent Marcus Messiah Garvey, who believed that art is a tool for empowerment and liberation. Garvey taught us that we must create our own stories. We must celebrate our own culture. We must define our own greatness. And so today, our performers are living that vision. You're all living that vision. You remind us that Jamaica's creative spirit is not just entertainment, it is nation building. Before I leave you, however, I want to say this. Keep running your creative race. Your stage is your stadium. This stage is your stadium. And your stage will grow. Your performance is your gold medal. And your audience here in Jamaica is here in Jamaica and around the world. And your audience will keep cheering you on. Let's keep breaking records. Let's keep making history. Because when Jamaica performs, the world doesn't just watch, it applauds. And we're little, but we're Talawa. God bless you all, and I'm looking forward to the Minister of Education coming and, oh, here is Jennifer and the team. I'm so sorry.
Good evening, everyone. This is a special but very difficult afternoon, and I thank God that this happened in a space where I find happiness, the theater, the dance. And this lady is very instrumental to my upbringing in the arts. And for the troupe, Tivoli Dance Troupe, we went to Carifesta 15 in Barbados recently, and we made this collage to give to the minister. Our plan was to give it to her at the end of the event because it's a Marcus Garvey Award presentation, and we were planning to do it in the lobby before she leaves. But life events does happen, and I'm so grateful, Minister, that you're here. You haven't been here at the Marcus Garvey Award ceremony for a very long time. Today was special. The Lord made things happen when we don't even know the reason. So I'm blessed to hand this to you on behalf of the troupe. I truly hope that you will treasure it, and you'll place it at a place to know that someone is really grateful for all that you have done for us. God bless you.
You want to take a picture? Come. Jennifer started dancing at the age of 6. At the age of 6, she was part of the Tivoli Gardens community program, and then she continued at Tivoli High School, and in the evenings, they would all come over to the center and continued dancing. Please pray for the family for strength during this time of their bereavement. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Minister Grange, for your inspiring words, your continued leadership in this area of the performing arts, and your reminder this afternoon that excellence is not just on the track and in sports, it's in the performing arts as well. And indeed, this stage is our stadium. And our condolences to you, Jennifer, the Tivoli Dance Troupe, and your entire family at this time. Let's now invite, ladies and gentlemen, the Acting Director for Arts Development and Training, Mr. Sean Drisdale, to introduce our guest speaker for this afternoon, Senator Dr. the Honorable Dana Morris Dixon, Minister of Education, Skills, Youth, and Information. Please welcome Mr. Drisdale.
Good afternoon. Senator Dr. the Honorable Dana Morris Dixon was appointed Senator and Cabinet Minister in May 2023, with responsibility for the skills and digital transformation portfolios in the Office of the Prime Minister. In October 2024, Senator Dixon was named as Minister of Education, Skills, Youth, and Information. Dr. Dixon is a 2004 Fulbright Scholar and an alum of the University of West Indies, where she completed a Bachelor in Science in Economics, received first-class honors, and a Master's in Science in Government, received the distinction. She International Studies, as well as the executive program of the Harvard Business School. She has served as a senior executive of the Jamaica National Group, where she executed numerous large-scale strategic projects in Jamaica and the core diaspora markets of the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, and the Cayman Islands. While on secondment from the JN Group to the Bank of Jamaica, she was also integral in leading the successful completion of the National Risk Assessment for Jamaica in 2021, which is a key component of Jamaica's anti-money laundering framework. Dr. Dixon has also served in senior public sector roles in the Office of the Prime Minister and JAMPRO. Dr. Dixon started her career as an academic at the University of the West Indies, where she taught several courses at the undergraduate and graduate levels. During her tenure with the University of the West Indies, she also worked on the Jamaica Economy Project, which was the precursor to the successful Caribbean Policy Research Institute. She's fiercely committed to the advancement of women on boards and in politics, and is very committed to the educational advancement of children in Jamaica. In this regard, she has served on numerous boards and committees in these areas, including the Jamaica Education Transformation Commission, the Archdiocese of Kingston Education Commission, and the International Women's Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, Minister Dr. the Honorable Dana Morris Dixon.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I have to acknowledge our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Dwayne Burbick, and of course, the Honorable Olivia Babsy Grange, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sports, Mr. Lenford Salmon, Executive Director of the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, members of the ministry, and also JCDC, sponsors, principals, teachers, parents, well-wishers, members of the media, and our nominees and recipients. Good afternoon again to all of you. It's been good to see the performances so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing more performances. And allow me to start by congratulating all the awardees being recognized this evening. Your talent, your discipline, and your perseverance represent the very best of Jamaica. Each of you reminds us that excellence in the arts is excellence in nation building. Creativity is a gift. It's a calling. It is a calling that requires courage, sacrifice, and hard work. Whether through performance, teaching, design, or innovation, you are blazing the trail for others to follow, and we're deeply, deeply proud of all of you. Now, I call myself a JCDC mom. I never danced. I'm not a good dancer, but I have a child who would always compete year after year, and so I'm used to being in the audience watching and wondering how the adjudicators are going to choose, because everybody looked like they must get a gold medal. Whenever I watched, I was like, yeah, that's gold. And then the next one is gold, too. So I wasn't necessarily the best of an adjudicator, but I understand how hard that role is. And if you're being celebrated tonight, it's a big deal, because there are many excellent performances that we saw in the last festival season. They were amazing. And so for you to be sitting here today, it is awesome. It means that you are one of the best in this entire country. Now, in our ministry yesterday, we were able to honor our mathematics teachers. And so I'm very happy today to be a part of the Ministry of Culture and JCDC's honoring also of our teachers in the creative sphere. It's important that we develop the whole person. It can't just all be about academics. It is important that we nurture the creative side of our young people. And so I congratulate you again. I want to remind you, though, that we're at a very pivotal time in our history. Last year, our Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, outlined what he called the Aspire Growth Framework. And you may be wondering, what does Aspire and economic growth have to do with JCDC? It has a lot. In that framework, our Prime Minister made a policy commitment to build out the creative economy. In the administration's view, the creativity of our people is a foundational pillar of national development. Jamaica has always been a land of song, of rhythm, of stories, of expression. Our music, dance, theater, visual arts, and more have traveled far beyond our shores and opened doors for our people. We need to expand that, though, and we all have a role to play. And Minister Grange has been leading this charge, and I'm happy to help where I can. I want to see a Jamaica where every young person, regardless of parish, background, or opportunity, can see a pathway from talent to national and international stages. That's where I want to see you. I want to see you on international stages. One of the things that was most special for me I used to have to be in London a lot for work. And I remember going to see a show. And it was one of the most popular shows. You know, I had to book long in advance to get a ticket that was reasonable. And I went there, and everybody was all dressed up, all very fancy. And I sat there, and one of the performers looked familiar. And I'm like, but I'm in London, and I'm here on the West End. I mean, is this really a Jamaican I'm looking at? And he was like the star. He was like starring up the place. And so I looked in the playbill, and I was like, okay, who is this? And I looked, and I saw the name. It was someone who I knew to be in the festival movement there in London on the big stage. And that's what we want to see more of. And we also want to create the big stage here in Jamaica, because there's no need for us to go elsewhere. That's really the vision. That's the vision that Minister Grange has. That's what our administration has. The creative economy is ripe for investment. The sector still contends with structural gaps. And my job, and the job of the Ministry of Education, is to unlock the education and training elements that's preventing us from being on that world stage and creating the world stage here. We have to build a talent pipeline, and that's why JCDC Festival is so important. A pipeline of creative professionals and institutions that nurture talent from the earliest years, refine it in specialized education, propel it into professional practice, and link it into markets, both local and global. At the heart of our approach is the concept of a creative education pathway. So we talk about all these different pathways. We need a creative education pathway, a deliberate, structured progression for individuals with talent, from childhood into mastery and beyond. And I'm very pleased today to tell you that to bridge the talented youth into advanced learning, we will be establishing performing arts secondary schools across the island. Why do I see it elsewhere and we don't have it in Jamaica? We have performing arts high schools around the world, but in the center of culture in this world, and I see us as that, we don't have any performing arts high schools. We do performing arts mainly tacked on at the end of school. It's not mainstreamed into school. We have to change that. And so we have committed to doing 3 performing arts schools, 1 in each county, to ensure that we are producing the talent that we need. And that's very important. We're also doing a cultural apprenticeship program. And what is that? This is something we're doing through HEART. And youth will be able to apply for apprenticeships in their chosen creative domains. So if it's dance, theater, music, visual art, stagecraft, film, cultural management, if you want to learn about those areas, we are opening a new program where young people will be matched with a master mentor. That's a practitioner, someone who is in the area, or a business, or an institution. And they're put there for a fixed term. And during that time, we will pay our young people a stipend. So we will do now what we have agreed to do in this pilot for our cultural apprenticeship program, is to target 200 young people in the beginning. We'll pay them $70,000 a month during their training. So while they're training, we give them $70,000 every month. And this program will ensure that raw talent is refined, because we have young people who want to be in creative spheres, but it's hard for them to go there. And it's important that we provide a link between those who are doing it, the professionals, and the young people who want to go there. And so that's very important. So that cultural apprenticeship program. And when we put that with our performing arts secondary schools. We see that we're trying to build out a different Jamaican education and skills system. Each of these schools will ensure island-wide access, and they won't be elite schools. We're not trying to build elite schools. They're specialized institutions. The curriculum will balance rigorous academic subjects, so you still have to do maths and language and all the others. But in the curriculum, there'll be art, there'll be music, there'll be drama, visual arts, theater production, sound, lighting, media arts. Now that's the kind of school that many young people dream of. And we have to provide that dream. I see them in JCDC every year. And I always go to Mellogo Road. If I don't go, I watch it on TV because I want to see what beautiful things our teachers have created and our students are doing. You have great talent and we have to nurture it. Someone may ask why this all matters. And I think it really does matter because we are a cultural nation and we need to build it. If you think about it, the International Finance Corporation says that creative industries generate over US $2 trillion in revenue worldwide and support nearly 50 million jobs. There is money to be made in the creative sector. And so I know sometimes we have parents who are saying, you need to be a doctor, you need to be a lawyer, you need to be a scientist or an engineer. But there is potential in the creative industries. And so we have to, as a country, recognize that what our young people are doing in JCDC is brilliant and that it can lead to a career that is very, very successful. But we don't talk like that enough in our country. And we have to do it much more. There is value. You can make a lot of money in the creative industries. You don't have to be those traditional areas. And I tell you, the world is changing with artificial intelligence. The jobs that everybody's running after will not be there in not too long from now. But guess what? Robots can't do the creative work. They can't. And so that's an advantage that we have that will not go away with this new technological age. It will maybe give us new tools for us to use, but our creativity and talent will still be very important. And so many of our young people feel very disconnected from conventional academic pathways. There is no one set path to success, and we have to say that over and over again in our country. As a country, we need to do more to recognize and give our children the tools and opportunity for success. This plan and those two areas, and there's more to it, but I can't tell you everything this afternoon, those are going to be used to translate their passion into purpose and their talent into successful livelihood. Jamaica's cultural exports are among our greatest in the world, and we need to allow our children to own that. If we look, before I end, I really have to talk about Minister Grange, who's just not just, phenomenal in her own way, also shows us how to be good leaders and to be compassionate. I hope you saw what she did earlier. She could have ignored what was happening to someone who has been in this space, and we could have just continued like normal. But she made sure to stop. She made sure to acknowledge it, to acknowledge that someone was in pain, to ask for prayers. What you're seeing is the kind of leader I hope you want to be. One who understands that human element, that yes, we have an event tonight, but someone is hurting. And it is important that we stop and we think about that hurt. And that's what we learn in the creative areas. We learn to tap into all of our sides and all of ourselves, and also to see the beauty and the pain in others. And so as you're going on your own journey, I want you to look at her and recognize what she is doing. She's not just ministerial. She also understands people and understands when it is appropriate to stop what you're doing and to pivot and to focus in another direction. And I've learned that from her over the years, and I'm continuing to learn it even today. And she has been a steadfast champion of Jamaica's creative sector. She's a true partner whose commitment to nurturing our cultural identity and empowering our artists has never wavered. And I'm thankful to Minister Grange for her willingness to tell us what she needs from the education system. Because if we're going to build this creative economy that she's been talking about and working towards, we have to have the pipeline of skills. And so she's done a good job of saying to us in education, this is what is needed. Now, as she pointed out, the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey said that art can help us to liberate ourselves. And that's what we're trying to do with our economy and getting to economic growth and building that creative economy. We're trying to liberate ourselves. And we can liberate ourselves through our creative energies and through our creative talent. The world is shifting. The economies that grow fastest are those that harness creativity, innovation, narrative, and culture. Jamaica stands, as always, at the cusp of possibility. We have the talent, we have the history, we have the global respect for our creative heritage. We must now channel that into structures, pipelines, opportunity, and dignity. And I ask you to work with us to make this a reality. And before I end, I have to thank the teachers. I have to thank you. You don't get extra pay for what you're doing with the students. And you, every year, you do these beautiful pieces. I know how hard it is. I know when it comes closer to the time, is every evening you're doing practice. You're doing practice on the weekends to perfect things. You are putting everything into it. Jamaica owes you a lot. Jamaica owes you. When we look at our cultural heritage out there, when you see it showcased and people know the name Jamaica, it's because of what you have done. And so if we're going to get the economic growth, if we're going to get the creative economy that we know there are trillions of US dollars in, it's going to be because of you. And so I salute our teachers today because you have done fantastic, fantastic work. So let's do it continue to do it for our young people, for our culture, for our economy, and for the Jamaica that all of us dream of. A Jamaica where every child can live out their dream. A Jamaica where children who are creative can go to a school, a secondary school of the performing arts that is just as good as somewhere else. A school where our children have a beautiful stage. They have sound, they have lighting, they can do set design. It doesn't have to be a dream. And my goal as Minister of Education is to make that a reality. And so I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And I ask that God will continue to bless each and every one of you who is here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister Morris Dixon, for those powerful words and for that bold statement that indeed we can create the big stage here in Jamaica. And I dare say, having created the big stage, we can even export more talent to the global stage from right here in Jamaica. And we now invite Mr. Patrick Hall to present a special token of appreciation to our guest speaker this afternoon, Minister Morris Dixon. And I should point out that this is an original piece that was done by Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall himself being a JCDC Visual Arts Gold Medalist. A big round of applause both for our guest speaker, Minister Morris Dixon, and our creative talent, the artist, Mr. Patrick Hall, for his piece, which is being presented to the Minister this afternoon. Beautiful, isn't it? Thank you. And now we continue with our awards. You ready to get more awards, right? Right. Now we're going to recognize excellence in traditional folk forms. And the Traditional Folk Forms competition recaptures Jamaica's cultural past and sets new directions for cultural growth. It has heightened our regard for the indigenous activities, recovering Jamaica's ancient dances such as Kumina, Dinky Mini, Revival, Borough King's Party, and Jonkunu. It allows Jamaicans to rediscover the importance of our rich, intangible heritage. That rich, intangible heritage that's worth, according to Minister Dixon, you remember how much she said? $2 trillion. And that helps to historically define the personality of who we are as Jamaicans. And the forms covered in the competition include the quadrille, ballroom, camp, and contra styles, ring games, maypole, kumina, congo, jonkunu, and so many more, and so many other types of folk forms. Our awardees this afternoon, we begin with the Traditional Folk Form Awards, and we'll be recognizing first and foremost our teachers. And let me invite to the stage presenter Ms. Elizabeth Smith, Director of Corporate Services at the JCDC, to assist with the presentation of these set of awards. And the most outstanding teacher in Class 1, Rochelle Robinson of the Whitehall Primary School. The most outstanding teacher in Class 2, that award goes to Dariel Dave Nicholson of Liberty Learning Center in Portland. And the most outstanding teacher in Class 3, he's a repeat winner, Dariel Dave Nicholson of Liberty Learning Center. The Portlanders are rich in this category, you know, because the most outstanding teacher in Class 4 goes to Roxanne Wright Williams of the Port Antonio High School. The most outstanding teacher in Class 5, that award moves from east, we're going west, far west, to the Frome Technical High School, Ajani Campbell. And the most outstanding teacher in Class 6, that award goes to Antoinette Harris of the St. Teresa Preparatory School. And the most outstanding teacher in Class 7 goes to Dr. Maureen Campbell of the Port Antonio Theatre Group. A big round of applause for Dr. Campbell and all the awardees in this category. And thank you very much, Miss Elizabeth Smith. And we move now to the special awards in the traditional folk forms. Our presenter for this set of awards is Mrs. Marjorie Curtin, Director of Community Cultural Development Services Division at the JCDC. And our first award in the special awards for traditional folk forms is the Ada Barrett Award for the most outstanding junior school or group. That award goes to the Port Antonio Primary School. We move to our next award, the Kirby Doyle Award for the most outstanding intermediate school or group. It goes to the Green Island High School. Kirby Doyle Award for the most outstanding intermediate school, the Green Island High School, are winners this afternoon. And we move to the Honorable Rex Netterford Award for the most outstanding youth group or school. It goes to the Port Antonio Theatre Group. That's the Honorable Rex Netterford Award for the most outstanding youth, group, or school. That goes to the Port Antonio Theatre Group. Our next award, the Imogene Queenie Kennedy Award for the most outstanding adult school or group. I hope they haven't gone too far because they are indeed, again, the Port Antonio Theatre Group. That's the Imogene Queenie Kennedy Award for the most outstanding adult school or group. It goes to the Port Antonio Theatre Group. And our final of these special awards in the traditional folk forms is the D. Joyce Campbell Award for the most outstanding teacher or leader island-wide. And that award goes to, I think you know is who you know, Dr. Maureen Campbell of the Port Antonio Theatre Group. The Port Antonio Theatre Group dominating the Traditional Folk Forms Awards for 2025. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give Dr. Campbell and the entire group a big round of applause. And thank you as well, Mrs. Marjorie Curtin, for assisting with those presentations. Let's now meet our second nominee for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence, the Green Island High School.
In the picturesque coastal village of Green Island, Hanover, Jamaica, an educational institution has been quietly transforming the educational landscape since its founding in 1969. Green Island High School, founded by the renowned educator Dr. Simon Clark, stands as a testament to the pursuit of academic excellence and innovation. This early commitment to excellence laid the foundation for a full secondary school experience and set a precedent for others to follow.
At Green Island High School, we have created a nurturing environment where creativity, technical skills, and discipline converge, thus fostering confidence through self-expression, teamwork through collaborative performances, and discipline through rigorous practice.
Green Island High School has made a significant impact on the performing arts scene with its vibrant cultural expressions. The school's performing arts program is deeply rooted in promoting Jamaica's rich cultural heritage. From traditional folk dances to contemporary theatre and music, students at Green Island High demonstrate remarkable versatility. The school's commitment to fostering talent in drama, speech, and dance has earned it multiple accolades, positioning it as a rising star in the realm of performing arts education. The fostering of leadership skills and the culture of excellence is embedded in the school's DNA. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Performing Arts Champion Institution of the Green Island High School. In the picturesque coastal village of Green Island, Hanover, Jamaica, an educational institution has been quietly transforming the educational landscape since its founding in 1969. Green Island High School, founded by the renowned educator Dr. Simon Clark, stands as a testament to the pursuit of academic excellence and innovation. This early commitment to excellence laid the foundation for a full secondary school experience and set a precedent for others to follow.
At Green Island High School, we have created a nurturing environment where creativity, technical skills, and discipline converge, thus...
Yes, me, Racha Patwa, me, uno shema, awa, me no prima proper, me no sound like uno colonizer. Uno treat me bad, I must see through, me no take play and come here, but me a no waste, girl. Me, uno marathon, uno na give me no respect, so me come fi it. No, boy, say Patwa. Awi muma, louder, Patwa. Awi muma, so treat me with respect, distinction, and honor, because me a good as yeah, girl. One Patwa. I watch summer unu chat like hot yam in a unu mouth to pronounce at a language from all boats. Unu this left fi bite unu tongue out of the root and unu never take a plane, much less a parachute and all. No, me can't standardize, me no make the cut in a unu eyes. Unu fear treat me like the national pride. When my people tell me get a shame, disgrace and liberty. So, calming yourself, Patwa girl, you good as no make them get here. Cause guess what? A new law and order around bout. Yeah, watch this. Time to add Patwa and take disrespect again. Me come too far, so I go make a new trend. Who proud of me? Them want go chat me with them friend. Who shame on me? I hope you not chat me again. Time to add Patwa and take disrespect. Bow! Me come too far and me no standardize yet. Bow! Standardize me. If you want chat me with your friend, you shame on me. I hope you not chat me again. Hope you not chat me again. Hope you not chat. I hope you not chat me again. Take a look for me. Here's a service, and I know me can't standardize. Let me can't see. You don't think a full time now for me standardize? Right, Louise? That is it. Take a good look. Pride, the black scale is not a badge of shame, but rather a glorious symbol of national greatness.
Thank you. And keep that applause going again for Ashley Stewart of the Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society. And that sets the stage quite nicely for our next set of awards as we recognize excellence in speech. The program in elocution aims at personal development through the appreciation and understanding of good speech as the essence of effective communication. Entries are accepted in Standard English or Jamaican language in the following categories: Standard English poems or prose, Jamaican poems or prose, dub poetry, speaking ensemble, public speaking, storytelling, mixed standard and Jamaican poems or prose, sonnets, psalms and Shakespeare, Jamaican stand-up comedy, and Caribbean poems. I'll invite to the stage at this time Mr. Tony Patel, radio and TV personality, to assist with the presentation of the Speech Awards. This first set, which recognizes outstanding tutors in classes 1 to 7. And the most outstanding Class 1 Tutor Award goes to Davina Graham of the Jesse Ripple Primary School. And the most outstanding Class 2 tutor is also Davina Graham of the Jesse Ripple Primary School. The most outstanding Class 3 tutor, Shay Brown of the Clancarthy Primary School. That award is being collected this afternoon by Amelia Brown. We move to the Class 4 Tutor Award. That goes to Jonathan McLaughlin of the Arden High School. The Outstanding Class 5 Tutor Award goes to Vanessa Gardner Rayner of the St. Jago High School. The most outstanding Class 6 tutors, yes, we have more than one. They are Jamar Grant and Kedisha Winter of Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society. Our most outstanding Class 7 tutors. You guessed right, they are Jamar Grant and Kedisha Winter of Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society. Most outstanding tutors in both Class 6 and Class 7. And our most outstanding speech tutor is Shay Brown of the Clancarthy Primary School. That award being collected this afternoon by Amelia Brown. Thank you, Mr. Patel, and a big round of applause to our winners in this category. And we now move to our special awards in speech. Our presenter this afternoon is Latoya Aquart Foster, Project Manager at the Chase Fund. Yes, welcome Latoya back on stage to assist with the presentations of the special awards in the speech category. Our first award, the most outstanding junior institution. The award goes to the Clancarthy Primary School. The special award for the most outstanding intermediate institution goes to the St. Jago High School. And our final special award, the most outstanding senior institution. That award goes to the Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society. Thank you very much, Mrs. Accord Foster, for assisting with those presentations. And we continue with the profiles for our nominees for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence. We're taking two this time around, the Green Island High School and also Arden High School.
In the picturesque coastal village of Green Island, Hanover, Jamaica, an educational institution has been quietly transforming the educational landscape since its founding in 1969. Green Island High School, founded by the renowned educator Dr. Simon Clark, stands as a testament to the pursuit of academic excellence and innovation. This early commitment to excellence laid the foundation for a full secondary school experience and set a precedent for others to follow.
At Green Island High School, we have created a nurturing environment where creativity, technical skills, and discipline converge, thus fostering confidence through self-expression, teamwork through collaborative performances, and discipline through rigorous practice.
Green Island High School has made a significant impact on the performing arts scene with its vibrant cultural expressions. The school's performing arts program is deeply rooted in promoting Jamaica's rich cultural heritage. From traditional folk dances to contemporary theatre and music, students at Green Island High demonstrate remarkable versatility. The school's commitment to fostering talent in drama, speech, and dance has earned it multiple accolades, positioning it as a rising star in the realm of performing arts education. The fostering of leadership skills and a culture of excellence is embedded in the school's DNA. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Performing Arts Champion Institution of the Green Island High School.
Optima, Optima. These powerful words have echoed through the halls of Arden High School for decades, defining the school's relentless pursuit of excellence. Guided by the motto, with God as guide, seek the best. Arden High School has firmly established itself as a beacon of academic and artistic distinction, continuously striving to offer first-class education within a Christian environment. The institution's mission is to provide a holistic learning experience that shapes and prepares students for life as champions.
At Arden, we continue to seek to empower our students through the arts. As a recipient of the Marcus Garvey Awards for 12 consecutive years, we are proud of our students and their commitment to maintaining the artistic excellence that Garvey had envisioned.
Arden High School's dedication to the performing arts has borne impressive fruits over the years. The school has consistently excelled in this field, garnering numerous medals and national trophies, as well as the prestigious Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence in the Performing Arts on several occasions. Through its unwavering commitment to the performing arts, Arden High School has not only earned accolades, but has also instilled in its students a profound sense of self-belief, creativity, and the ability to express themselves through artistic mediums. The performing arts serve as a platform for students to discover their talents, build their self-confidence, and cultivate their unique voices. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a nominee for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence in the Performing Arts, Arden High School.
Legacy and future. Look for me in the whirlwind or the storm. Look for me all around you. For with God's grace, I shall come. Bring with me countless, millions of black slaves who have died in America and the West Indies, and the millions in Africa who aid you to fight for liberty, freedom, and life.
Another quote from Jamaica's first national hero, the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey. More musical excellence adds to our performances this year. At this time, let's welcome Shauna K. Wright performing I Dreamed a Dream.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and a life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hopes apart, as they turn your dreams to shame. Still I dream he'll come to me, that we will live the years together. But there are some dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. Would be so different from this hell I'm living.
My gosh, I felt that. Another round of applause for Shauna K. Wright with I Dreamed a Dream. And that opens the stage for our music awards. And the music program is committed to honing the talents of budding musicians and singers across the island. For many participants, the exposure is such that it has enabled them to make tremendous strides in the pursuit of their musical career. The competition is a factory that produces outstanding musicians and singers that are making a positive mark on Jamaica's musical landscape that transcends its geographic border. The competition features categories such as piano, wind instruments, string instruments, pan music, stage band, tablet band, classroom instrumental, creative music making, recorder, instrumental, own choice, vocal, classical, semi-classical, vocal, spiritual gospel, sacred music, Jamaican popular and modern music, DJ, sing-jay, Jamaican folk singing, mento, non-mento, jazz and blues. Them cover everybody, guys. From musicals, drum solo, top set, and drum ensembles. Ready for our music awards? I don't believe you. Are you ready for our music awards? Let me invite on stage Mrs. Avery Crooks Campbell, music specialist at the JCDC, to assist with the presentation of this, our first set of awards in our music category. We begin this afternoon by recognizing the most outstanding band director for concert band. He is Mr. Vinton Horton, but unfortunately he's not here with us this afternoon. But still, a big round of applause for Mr. Vinton Horton, most outstanding band director for concert band. And the most outstanding band leader for stage band, that goes to Rowan Johnson. Not here with us this afternoon as well, but congratulations, Mr. Johnson, on your award. The most outstanding instrumental tutor award goes to Jermaine Gordon. That award being collected this afternoon by Mrs. Shaveen Jones Gordon. We move to our most outstanding drum tutor award. It goes to Kemar Grant. Kemar Grant from the St. Catherine High School. We move to the vocalist of the year. That award goes to Shauna K. Wright. Instrumentalist of the year. Shauna K. never reach. Our vocalist of the year, ladies and gentlemen, Shauna K. Wright. We move to instrumentalist of the year. He's Jordan Francis of the St. Catherine High School. We move to our drummer of the year. Our drummer of the year is Javier Singh of Arden High School. And we now move to our outstanding institutions. Yeah, man, you ready? Like that, you're ready. We start with third place. Overall, the outstanding institution in third place, the Dintil Technical High School. Dintil not here with us this afternoon, but congratulations on your award. We move to the outstanding institution's second place. It goes to the St. Andrew High School for Girls. They've been waiting on this award all afternoon. Second place, the most outstanding institution, the St. Andrew High School. You ready for first place? You ready? The most outstanding institution, first place, overall, the award goes to the Arden High School. And those are our first set of awards. Thank you, Mrs. Crooks Campbell. We now move to our special awards in the music category. And at this time, I'll invite Miss Donetta Russell, Assistant General Manager for Human Capital Management at the National Housing Trust, to assist in making this set of presentations. Outstanding drum ensemble. That goes to Uhuru Drummers. The Colleen Halliburton Award for Most Outstanding Choir Director Juniors goes to Grace England of the Mona Preparatory School. Our next award is the Trevor Brown Award for Most Outstanding Choir Director in the Intermediate category. The award goes to Ajay Shackelford of the Arden High School. And our final award in the special awards for music is the Noel Dexter Award for the Most Outstanding Choir Director in the Senior category. And the award goes to Alex Johnson of the Bethlehem Moravian College. A big round of applause for all our awardees in the music category. And thank you very much, Ms. Russell from the NHT. And as we continue to look at the profiles for our nominees for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence. Yeah, I'm just gonna say yeah. Let's meet the Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society, our fourth nominee.
Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society hailing from Godfrey Stewart High School in Savannah Lamar, is a vibrant and dynamic cultural group that showcases exceptional talent in the performing arts. The society is known for its deep connection to Jamaican heritage, often incorporating traditional folk music, dance, and the theatre into their performances. Over the years, the society has become a beacon of creative expression in the Western region, producing awe-inspiring presentations that highlight the cultural richness of Jamaica.
Excellence for us here at Godfrey Stewart really and truly is innate, as it is our third core value. We always strive for 100%, and we set a high standard for our students, not only where the arts are concerned, but also academically.
Their dedication to artistic excellence has earned them a prominent place in national competitions and festivals, including several notable performances at the Jamaica Cultural Development JCDC competitions. The society plays a crucial role in the cultural life of the school and the community, providing students with an opportunity to explore their talents while developing discipline, teamwork, and self-confidence. The Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society's unwavering commitment to preserving and promoting the arts has led to their recognition as one of the leading cultural groups in Western Jamaica, making them a contender for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence in the Performing Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a nominee for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence in the Performing Arts, Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Azuri West, and I'll be reading Marcus Garvey Quote 5, entitled Action and Responsibility. Chance has never yet satisfied the need of a suffering people. Action, self-reliance, vision of self and the future have been the only way in which the oppressed have seen and realized the light of their own freedom. Thank you.
And thank you, Azuri. And we continue to look at some of the excellent pieces that were main features this year in the Performing Arts Competition, and we move over to a drama performance. At this time, please make welcome Davia Ellis from St. Jago High School, presenting her one-woman production, Too Late to Cry.
Behind these prison walls, doing my paces, doing my time, I am spending my restless nights visioning faces.
You have a visitor.
Visitor? Mama? Mama! Mama! I never mean for this to happen. Mama, Mama, I love you still. Mama, Mama. chair, Mama, two electric chair, Mama, know that I care, Mama. So dry your tears, Mama, love you all the while, Mama. You can't be child, Mama. If no one die, Mama, I will still cry, Mama, Mama, Mama. Love you. Mama, even though me kill, Mama, and I said for God, please, Mama, don't make them hang me tomorrow. Get up. You get up, boy. So it comes down to this. After all the try, I try with you. After all the warning I give you, after 23 years, you bring me down to this. 23 years old, and not a certificate in your back pocket. How many times I tell you, I say, go to school and get your education. Read your book and get your certificate, but no! You don't want to listen to me because I am not an educated woman. I don't have any sense. You remember how you used to throw that in my face, boy? But, Mama, you only went to primary school. How can you tell me about schooling? You remember that? I cannot believe that you are so craven, Ethan, that somebody can give you a gun for use for $20. $20, Ethan? That's how cheap your life be, boy. Father.
Attention visitors. Visiting hours have now ended. Please proceed to the exit in an orderly manner. Thank you for your cooperation.
Stop balling, man. You want me to bring anything for you when I come back, Ethan? All right. I have to go now. But you have to stay strong, my boy, all right? You need to stay strong.
Mama, you gave life to me, turned your baby into a lady. And Mama,
I think we can do a little better than that for Davia Ellis of St. Jago High School with her one-woman production, Too Late to Cry. And now we're at the Drama Awards. And the drama competition allows for the full expression of Jamaican stories rooted in communities distinctly set to uncover lives in the settings familiar to us. With the advent of multiple genres, trained individuals are able to express works which are more international in their application. The scope for actors and directors remain wide. Tragedy, farce, skit, and fantasy are only a few areas that brings to fore creative expressions, not excluding more popular categories of entry, such as community drama, popular theater, and straight drama. The awards this afternoon for the drama category will be presented firstly by Dion Somers Campbell, Education Officer for Theatre Arts at the Ministry of Education. And we will begin our presentations to the outstanding directors from the National Drama Finals 2025. The outstanding directors are Raheem Fender of the Cedric Titus High School, Vanessa Gardner Rayner of the San Diego High School, let's move to Shorna Miller of the Green Island High School, Our next outstanding director is Brian Johnson of the American International School of Kingston. Let's also welcome Nadette Grant Malcolm of the St. Andrew High School for Girls. You don't know? Let's also welcome Tricia Williams of the Montego Bay Infant School. And our final outstanding director from the National Drama Finals for 2025 is Carvel Martin of the Constant Spring Primary School. Thank you, Ms. Thomas Campbell, and a big round of applause again for our outstanding directors from the National Drama Finals for 2025. And we'll now move to the special awards in the drama category. Let me invite back on stage Ms. Donetta Russell, Assistant General Manager for Human Capital Management at the National Housing Trust, to assist with the presentation of these set of awards. We begin the special awards with the Randy Williams Award for the Best Actor Overall. From the Green Island High School, Philip White. We move to the Louise Bennett Award for the Best Overall Actress. The award goes to Davia Ellis of the San Diego High School. Our next award, the Robert Bobby Clark Award for the Most Outstanding Junior Group. It goes to the Montego Bay Infant School. And the award for the most outstanding intermediate group goes to the St. Jago High School. We move now to the Trevor Rohn Award for the most outstanding senior group. It's the Cedric Titus High School. And our final award, the award for the most outstanding open class group, it goes to the Arden High School. Actually, I have one more award for drama. It's the Leonie Forbes Award for the most outstanding adult group. And that one goes to the Green Island High School. That's the Leonie Forbes Award for the most outstanding adult group, and it goes to the Green Island High School. A round of applause for all our awardees again, and thank you very much, Miss Russell. And now we continue to profile our nominees for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence for 2025. They've been cheering all evening, and I think they're going to cheer some more. Our fifth and final nominee, the St. Andrew High School for Girls.
St. Andrew High School for Girls is a beacon of academic excellence and character development in Jamaica. With a rich history spanning over 95 years, the school has established itself as a premier institution for young women. Founded on September 21, 1925, the school has a strong legacy of producing talented individuals who have made significant contributions to Jamaica and the world. The school's academic program is designed to provide every girl with the opportunity to develop her full potential. With a focus on academic rigor and character development, St. Andrew High School for Girls encourages each student to fulfill the school's vision of standing out as leaders in society. The school's motto, Life More Abundant, reflects its commitment to developing well-rounded individuals who excel academically, spiritually, and socially.
St. Andrew High School for Girls is anything but ordinary. This year we celebrate 100 years, a century of abundance, achievement, and excellence. There's never a dull moment at St. Andrew. At St. Andrew, we don't do ordinary. We are, and always have been, extraordinary, celebrating life more abundant.
Beyond the classroom, St. Andrew High School for Girls offers a diverse range of extracurricular activities that cater to different interests and talents. From sports to arts and culture, students have the opportunity to discover their passions and develop their skills. The school's campus spans 8 acres of landscaped grounds, featuring modern facilities that provide a conducive learning environment. The school's achievements are truly impressive, with a high national ranking of 3rd in Jamaica among all high schools from 2022 to 2024. St. Andrew High School for Girls has a strong presence in the JCDC Performing Arts competitions, having consistently entered since 2018 and participating in all areas of the performing arts, including dance, drama, speech, and music. The Department of Performing Arts has grown steadily over the past 8 years under the leadership of Mrs. Nadette Grant Malcolm, the culture agent. With a strong emphasis on community service and social responsibility, St. Andrew High School for Girls encourages its students to engage in activities that benefit society, producing well-rounded individuals who make a positive impact in their communities and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Performing Arts Champion Institution of St. Andrew High School for Girls.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. It comes down to this: announcing the winner of the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence in the Performing Arts for 2025. We'll begin with a presentation to this year's nominees, and please welcome Mr. Sean Drisdale, Acting Director of Arts Development and Training at the JCDC, to make a presentation to all our nominees this year. Again, we have 5 nominees, and only one will be named and given the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence 2025. We'll now invite representatives from our nominees to the stage to collect their awards, and we'll begin in random order, very, very random order, with the San Diego High School. Man, you can clap them, man. Nominee number 1 for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence in 2025, San Diego High School. Keep that applause going as we also welcome the Green Island High School, nominee number 2. And just a reminder that the award goes to the institution that earns the most points in at least 3 performing arts disciplines. Let's welcome nominee number 3, the Arden High School. Let's invite on stage nominee number 4, Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society. And nominee number 5 for the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence 2025, the St. Andrew High School for Girls. Have you seen your winner? Have you seen your winner? Anybody say no, I don't know who are your winner because all 5 of them come out. But let's invite all 5 back on stage. The San Diego High School, the Green Island High School, Arden High School, Godfrey Stewart Performing Arts Society, the St. Andrew High School for Girls. Is it St. Jago? Is it Green Island? Is it Arden? Is it Godfrey Stewart? Is it St. Andrew High School for Girls? Just before I tell you who the winner is, to hand over the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence for 2025, let's please welcome on stage the Executive Director of the JCDC, Mr. Lenford Salmon. It's a huge trophy. It comes with bragging rights. It comes with being named the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence for 2025. The award goes to... It goes to the Arden High School! Arden High School, the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence for 2025. I do believe in their profile. They said they've won it for 12 years. This is year number 13, and the lucky 13 for the Arden High School, winners of the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence 2025. And a big round of applause for our 5 nominees. Ladies and gentlemen, what an afternoon of excellence, artistry, and Jamaican pride. And as we close out our ceremony, let's remember Marcus Garvey's charge. Up, you mighty race. You can accomplish what you will. On behalf of the JCDC, the Ministry of Culture, Entertainment, Gender, and Sport, let's thank all our performers, all our teachers, all our students, all our parents, all our sponsors, and you've been a wonderful audience this afternoon. To close out our show, please welcome the Tivoli Dance Troupe for our grand finale. Thank you and have a great rest of afternoon.
You want to be the key, bobo, to be the corner, give me corner, my dealer, me a banga langa besito. Yeah, man, Jenny girl, the girl, them a banga langa, yeah. You want to be the key, bobo, to be the corner, my dealer, me a banga langa besi boy. My Jenny girl, the girl, them a banga langa, yeah. You grandy, my lebe panga, African mama, African konya, tangi nangi balo, the bali when the man unga banga. You want to be the key, bobo, to be the corner. Me a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my Jenny girl, oh, the girl them a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my Jenny girl, the girl them a banga langa ya ya. Baby, you the one. Malembe panga, malembe kenta, malembe gini mieta, malembe ancestors. Sangi nangi balo, ya belong kondo manu baganga. You want to be the kibubu, to be the kondo. Oh, mama, dila me a banga langa ya ya. Oh, my Jenny girl, oh, the girl them a banga. Yeah, my Jenny, come on, my Jenny mama, my Jenny Kenta, my Jenny Gomasita, Sabina Kondo, yes, oh boy, yes. Sabina Bobo, Sabina Kondo, oh, Mama, do me a tonga langa, Betty boy. My Jenny Jalo, the girl, my banga langa, yeah. You grandy, my lebe panga, African mama, African Konya. Nangi balo the body when the man unga banga. They want to be the bobo, to be the corner. Oh, mama, dila me a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my Jenny girl, oh, the girl them a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my Jenny go my the girl them a banga langa ya ya. Baby, you the one. Malembe panga, malembe kenta, malembe gini mieta, malembe ancestors. ball, you belong kondo man no kaganga. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kondo. Come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Oh, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny go madila ma kondo ma jenny jalo. My jenny mama, my jenny kenta, my jenny go masita, to belong kondo yes oh boy yes. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kondo, give me come on, madila me a banga langa besito. Yeah, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kondo. Come on, madila me a banga langa besi boy. My jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. You can't when the man who ganga. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kono. Come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny go madila, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Let me hear the word. Malembe panga, malembe keta, malembe gini meka, malembe ancestor. Sangi nangi balo, ya belong kono man who ganga. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kono. Come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Oh, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny go madila, ma kondo ma jenny jalo. My jenny mama, my jenny kenta, my jenny go masita, to belong kondo yes oh boy yes. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kondo. Come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Oh, my jenny go madila, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kondo. Come on, madila me a banga langa besi boy. My jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. You can't when the man who ganga. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kono. Come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny go madila, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Let me hear the word. Malembe panga, malembe keta, malembe gini meka, malembe ancestor. Sangi nangi balo, ya belong kondo man who ganga. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kono. Come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Oh, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny go madila, ma kondo ma jenny jalo. My jenny mama, my jenny kenta, my jenny go masita, to belong kondo yes oh boy yes. You want to be licky boo boo, to be licky kondo. Come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Oh, my jenny go madila, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Sabili boo boo, sabili kono, kimi kono, madila me a banga langa besito. Oh, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Oh, my jenny go masita, ma kondo ma jenny jalo. Oh, yeta boy yeta, African river mama, malembe kenta, malembe panga. You want sabili boo boo, sabili kono, come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Oh, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya. Malembe butanto, malembe kento boy, malembe gini mika boy. Tangi nangi bala, the bali wenda. Sabili boo boo, sabili kono, come on, madila me a banga langa ya ya. Yeah, my jenny jalo, the jalo ma banga langa ya ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, travel safely home.
excellence, and we had such a treat. It was such an exceptional afternoon where we saw all the schools participating, showcasing their talent, and of course we were recently receiving the information on the Marcus Garvey winners for the category of the Award for Excellence. So we're going to be talking with 2 of the 5 nominees who would have come out on top for this year's competition. And let me tell you, they would have amassed the most points in the Festival of the Performing Arts competition this year put on by the JCDC. So if you're on, please remember to drop some information in the chat, rep your school. But of course, the top 2 coming out for this year, Arden High School and of course the St. Andrew High School for girls. So I want to call in somebody from Arden High. Come on in, yes. Hello, winners. Hi. How are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Elated, I must say.
Yes, excellent. It's 13 years that Arden High School has brought home this title. That's such a big deal. Who would you like to thank as a part of that?
Well, we'd like to thank the students and also for speaking for our high school. So I'm going to see that we want to. We also want to honor the parents who send their kids out to be a part of the performance group and troop. So come to JCDC and our principal who has supported us, our club coordinator, everyone from our school that has been a part of the driving force for our creativity.
Yes, excellent. That is the teacher, right? So would you like to thank him? Let's make some noise.
Remembering your stage directions and blockings, and trust me, it was a lot of work that put in, and the classes that sometimes you have to miss and you catch up and work later on. You know, it's a lot of balance that goes into this, and I think we just did it splendidly.
Excellent, splendidly. I love that. I love that. Now, for the big question now, how are we going to celebrate? I said we, and I've been doing it. But how are you going to celebrate this week?
Well, that one will be has been set
Okay,
off.
okay, all right, no worries. But congratulations to all of you. It's a great legacy, 13 years of excellence, and we look forward to seeing what else you can do for this competition. So all the very best.
Thank you.
Fabulous. So thank you so much. So of course we'll also be hearing from our second place, St. Andrew High School for girls, and of course they have been doing so well. But it's awesome. We're here at the Marcus Garvey Awards for Excellence in the Performing Arts and bringing back the Mr. Jamaica Festival here. But of course, we're going to be getting into it. So thank you guys so much. Feel free to go and celebrate. We want to say school motto. Okay, so we have to hear the school motto. So after 3, 1, 2, 3.
Dia Duve Quare Optima. With God aside, seek the best.
Alright, so we are here again. We saw several categories being awarded this afternoon. We have drama, we have dance, we have traditional folk forms, and you know, it's Jamaica, so the culture was on point, the talent was on point. Now we'll be looking out for the St. Andrew High School for girls just a moment. This is actually their first time being nominated and they're celebrating 100 years. So the Andrews girls came out, and let's see what will happen next year. Will they break the streak, or will Arden High School continue to top the legacy? So let's see. So we have the ladies here from St. Andrew High School for girls, so I'll have them come on in and tell me a little bit about their legacy. Hello.
Hi, so good to be here. We're good.
Excellent.
And I have a surprise for my girls. Come ladies, join me. They don't know this. Come on, come.
Yes. And this is Miss Kiva Ingram, the principal of the St. Andrew High School for girls, and there's a surprise.
Yes, we were in the top 5. We were first runners up. We came second. Yes. And this is absolutely fantastic. The girls worked really hard. They put in the work. They are so talented. Let me tell you, I don't want to start calling names over here, but they're really quite talented. Awesome. We're very excited for this. It's our centenary celebrations. This is a wonderful way for us to just proclaim St. Andrew High life more abundant forever.
Excellent. Congratulations to you. Like your first time nominated, but the ladies are coming, so watch out for them next year. But all the very best to you.
Thank you very much. All right, great.
All right, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to follow the JCDC on all social media platforms and on YouTube so that we can continue to keep you posted on Jamaica's culture.